Morning, everyone. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt your conversations. Happy Monday. We're going to go ahead and get started. So I call this meeting to order at 9:06 a.m. And we'll start off with the land acknowledgement. Associated Students recognizes and acknowledges the first people of this ancestral and unceded territory of the Fernandino Tatavian Band of Mission Indians that is now occupied by our campus of California State University Northridge, honors their elders past and present and the descendants who are citizens of the Fernandino Tatavian Band of Mission Indians. Associated Students recognizes that the tribe is still here and we are committed to lifting up their stories, culture, and community. We will now turn to the Pledge of Allegiance. Alrighty, we will now turn it over to our government secretary for the roll call. Okay. Vice President Josie Anderson. Senator Ethel Akinmore. Senator Esteban Asensio. Senator Maria Barajas. Senator Janish Bhavangiri. Senator Sheely Chavez. Senator Lena Doe. Senator Denise Garcia. Senator Matthew Kaddish. Here. Senator Owais Khan. Please also feel free to correct me. Senator Melita Mezabin. Senator Carrie Saravia. Senator Jonathan Scher. Senator Lydia Sita-Roos. Senator Nick Tivy. Senator Lorena Toledo Carranza. Senator Nathan Dune. Great. Thank you. Alrighty, we will now move on to the approval of the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda for August 7th, 2023? Senator Tivy. Thank you. Is there a second? I want to make sure I get this. Sideros. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay. Since there's no discussion, the motion passes unanimously. Is there a motion to approve the minutes for July 10th, 2023? Senator Sideros, thank you. Yeah.
I motion to approve the minute of July 10th of 2023.
Thank you. Is there a second? Senator Tivy, thank you. Since there is no discussion, the motion passes by unanimous consent. We will now move on to our special presentation from our CSUN campus app design, Luis Olmos. He is the CSUN App Jam winner. At our last Senate meeting, he actually presented before, so there's probably an update presentation. And hopefully maybe he took some of your suggestions. So yeah. The floor is yours, Luis.
Hi, okay, so since the last time we came here, we've made a lot of updates to the app. So right now, this is the original app that's showing right now on the that you can download now. So I'm just going to demonstrate the differences between the different designs we have. So I'm just showing you, this is like the original app and like so far how it looks. So this is like how the menu looks on the original app and where how the things are navigated. So I'm just navigating through to show. So that's pretty much how the original app looks like if you're not familiar with it already. And this is the last design we showed. The difference between this design and the last design is this one's all white now. The last one like had some red on the banners, but this one's all white. Everything is still the same, as in like when you navigate, everything's still where it should be. And yeah, just the menu looks different as well from the original app. This menu is a little more organized and has like only specific things. And the main menu as well only has the main things featured in comparison to the original app, which has like everything here like all together. And also it's like you have to scroll down to see the different things. So here it's everything is all in your like in front of you. And then one other design that we've wanted to show you was this design. This was a new design that we recently made. This one was like more of a combination of the last two designs we just showed you. The one with the white design down seemed like completely different from the original app. This one is a little more similar to the original app, as well as like takes some inspiration from the white design as well. So it's similar in that they're still stacked on top of each other. The tiles, like the My Academics, the My Finances, it's like similar to this, how everything's stacked together, just like without the pictures. And we also added like this quick links to for students to be able to access things quickly. Well, this was like based on our discussion of like what we thought like what we thought like would be most used, like contact finances or parking availability. And this is what I mean by the inspiration from the white design as well, is that these like circular blocks are yeah, just like these circular buttons are still in some of the pages, like in this page. It uses it, and then I think in this page as well, and this page as well. And the menu is also similar to the white design as well, and that's organized. Just like the top part that would be changed. But yeah, this is basically like the redesign of the white the last design that we showed in the last presentation, like this design. This design seems like completely different from the original design, and we thought like this one was a little more similar to like the original design. It's just and still taking inspiration from the white design as well. So in terms of the feedback we had last time, we were trying to do some of the things that were asked about last time, like the AS ticket office. We were in contact with them, and also like the housing thing, like the housing card thing, like getting it on the app. They right now they're speaking with their own vendor, so we cannot do anything much. We cannot do much about that. Okay.
Hi everyone, we got like amazing suggestions last time, and we were like talking to all the departments like personally to see what their opinion was, and to continue what he was saying. The housing department feels like it's important to have access to all the doors and stuff on their phone, but it is something that they are not possible to do right now, but they're still working on it. And once the IT structure and everything is more stable, because they don't want students to be locked out just because IT server is down. So it is something they have in their to-do list too, but for now they cannot do it. So instead of like having students just wonder who they should contact to and have to go to multiple people to just get one person's contact information, we thought having the RA on duties contact information available on the app would be like an amazing feature. So they don't have to contact like their RA and then get the person's contact information when they are like, logged out and they really need to go in. Some other things that we can include in the housing page of the app would be emergency contact information, like, if there's a fire or if you're struggling with something, we can have the office's contact information if they're open, and if they're closed, we can just have some director's information or just someone who can help you. So that is what we thought would be helpful instead of having just the key cuts on the app, which is not possible currently. And we had suggestions about the SRC app. The Student Recreation Center, they decided to have a third party people use the app. So the whole app is managed and designed by them. It would be a lot of work for us to design the whole SRC app and incorporate it into the season app. So instead, we just let the third party people manage that. It would just be like one extra step of having to go to the SRC app. And the SRC people, they didn't really want us to like have another app when they're already using their own app and they're paying them to do that. So we will have the SRC option in the app and which will be linked to the original app. We're still in contact with the ID people for the app, so we still have to get the link. We're just waiting on the updates on that. About the events that the suggestion about the events that we had, the current calendar, you can just filter out the options to have, let me just check if it's here. Okay, I don't know. Yep. You can just filter out to be only Soraya on the original app, or just you can choose any events that you want. So all the list of events that are happening specifically at Soraya will be available to you on calendar. And the tickets for it, they use their own software. They have their own system of purchasing and the tickets and stuff. So we cannot really design everything for students again. So instead, we'll just link them to the website. And since students get discounts and everything, we cannot like create our own link and everything. So it will have to be on their website. And only then the students can get the additional discounts that they usually get. So that was what we thought of getting the tickets. It will just be another option on the app and it will be connected to the website of the Soraya. And same for the ticket office. And a last important suggestion was about the digital ID cards. It's still not rolled out to all the students. They're still working on that. So it wouldn't be an option on the current app. But we will still connect the students who are interested in getting a digital card to an information page so they can download the app and then get the card, which can be on their Apple or Android wallet. This is still a work in progress, so nothing is confirmed yet, but we are still trying our best to incorporate that. Yes.
Hi, I have one question or comment. Under Matador Life, when you go to that section, there's nothing about clubs and organizations, and there's nothing about associated students. When I think of Matador Life on this campus, when I think of life outside of the classroom, I think of the clubs and
So
organizations.
one of the options on the main page is Campus Life, which has leadership development, volunteer opportunities, and everything available on there. The leadership development, which will be connected to the AS's homepage.
Where is that again from the homepage?
It's not on the current app. This is the redesign that we have.
Okay, so in the redesign, it is.
In the
there.
redesign, it will be on the homepage under Campus Life.
Can you click on the clubs and organizations one?
Yes.
Where did that go to?
I think it will take you to the Madisync page. It will have access to everything Greek-like and all the clubs on campus.
Thank you.
Good, yay. Thank you.
Any other questions? This, I'm not sure. Yeah, the Division of Student Affairs, they have their own page for volunteer program, so it will be connected to that. Anything else?
I was gonna, excuse me. I guess if you go back to the other campus life page on the
Okay.
bottom, is there gonna be anything associated students related?
The leadership was associated students, but if you want, we can just change the text to associated students.
Where does that take you?
Oh, this one,
Okay,
the page on leadership positions.
okay.
Um,
Yeah, could maybe where the USU is, could we add ours too there?
okay, sure. That will be just another option.
I guess for the leadership development, I guess why doesn't it say associated students other than?
Because we were like looking through the website, and instead of just having one associated students page, we thought it will be beneficial for students if they have like access to more information. So in leadership position, leadership page, they have everything like grades that they need to maintain and other additional positions too.
But those are all with associated students, right?
I'm not sure because this
Ye-
is the.
They are.
page. Okay.
So I guess, because they're like, if a student is the thinking that if a student wants to get a position in AS, then that's where they're gonna click on.
Mm.
I don't know if a student would kind of know that. So if it's, maybe it's like associated student positions, I don't know, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think we can just change the text or like have additional icon here and then have a little description. Cause I'm not sure if all the students know what associated students is. Cause I know it because I'm a student ambassador and I give out tours. But before I joined the organization, I had no idea. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I just didn't know about associated students.
Mhm,
So we can just have that and have the description that it's more related to leadership.
mhm.
So I would just recommend maybe changing that link instead of going to the open positions page, going to the about section about what associate students is.
Okay.
Since I think more people would be interested in learning first. And then if they wanted to do their own research about getting
Yeah.
involvement, they could do that.
Yep, we can do that.
Another suggestion I had, it might not have to deal with campus life, but potentially having like a link to Handshake or jobs available on campus. I'm not
That
for sure
is
if that's.
under the student support. We have it in the app.
Oh,
And then
campus
on
jobs.
campus jobs.
Okay, and does that link take you to Handshake?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome, wonderful, thank you. Any further questions or suggestions? Alrighty, I know everyone's still kind of wrapping up their survey. Just save the link, save your progress. We're gonna kind of go ahead and move on, but please make sure you do submit that. This is a really awesome app for students and your constituents to use. Yeah, thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to share before we conclude? All right, thank you so much for your incredible work on this. And we're so excited to see this kind of actually be on our phones now. So yeah, thank you once again. Amazing. And also amazing updates too for taking all of our suggestions into consideration. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Awesome. We will now go ahead and move on to open forum. Open forum is intended as an opportunity for any member of the public to address the Associated Student Senate regarding any issues affecting CSUN students. Speakers are allowed 3 minutes each to speak. Please sign in using the clipboard for minute recording purposes. Is anyone here for open forum? Alrighty, doesn't look like it. Awesome. We will now move on to reports. Start with mine. Well, hi everyone. Good morning. Happy Monday. I don't really have much to report on. Just hope you all are enjoying your summer. I know it's already August, so it definitely means that the semester is approaching, which is exciting. Just be on the lookout for a couple of dates. We do have our Student Staff Development Day coming up on August 24th. That is a mandatory event. You should have all received the RSVP form, but if you haven't RSVP'd, please do that as soon as possible. I can send it out again to you all so you guys have it. And then also, yeah, we have Welcome Week coming up. That's the first week of school, which is super exciting. So get ready to welcome your students, be out there tabling, having a good time, hand out some free goodies. Everyone loves free stuff. And then also very exciting, we have our Matador Night, not Matador Nights, our baseball game that we're going to on September 2nd. So that's very, very exciting. I'm so glad the Alumni Association is bringing it back. So that's awesome. Yeah, that's kind of all I have. If you have any questions or anything, I'm always here for you. Always, anytime. We'll now move on to Josie's report. So Josie's still in DC, but she's coming back in like, I think 2 days. Yeah, on the 9th. So very, very exciting. She didn't have much to report. She's just saying that she's looking forward to seeing you all again in person and working with you all. And yeah, she will be back this week. So maybe you'll be able to see her around the office around Northridge. We'll now turn it over to our Chief of Staff, Ryan, for her report.
Good morning, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Okay, good. I have been extremely well. It's very nice to see you all back for at least my second Senate meeting. So I appreciate seeing your faces, wonderful energy, just making sure you guys are all doing okay. And I hope you guys have had a great month. I will be sharing, my report might be a little longer. I will be sharing reports on basically every cabinet member, except for those who are present today. So I am extremely excited, first and foremost, for CS Unity that will take place this weekend coming soon. We will actually be having 6 attendees. It would be President Hajalu, Vice President Anderson, myself, Chair of Legislative Affairs Cholera, Chair of Finance, Tran, and Chair of Diversity and Inclusions, Walker. So it's extremely exciting to know that student representatives and advocates will be there at CS Unity representing CSUN. And so that's going to be exciting to just be there and get to know other campuses as well and their leadership as well in administration. Next, I move on to Attorney General. He unfortunately could not be here today, but he is made sure that he mentioned that he had a fun retreat with the neighborhood council. They were discussing plans and goals that they have for the entirety of the year. And also he'd like to share that he had a meeting. He's going to try to have a meeting with President Beck to discuss the importance of honoring the local minimum wage. And so that's something that he's definitely taken a steer on. As well, next we'll be moving on to Chair of Diversity and Inclusion, Walker. She's been working with Freddie Sanchez and the Social Justice Scholarship. She's been we will be selecting recipients on August 10th. And that's going to be an amazing experience for Chair of Diversity and Inclusion, Walker. She's extremely excited for this year to come, and her biggest goal in AS is getting diversity clubs and leaders, and making sure that all students understand the idea of AS and making sure that we support them and that it's well known. For chair of elections, she started to revise her code, highlighting sections that she feels that need to be emphasized or rewritten in order for it to be adaptable for this year. She's trying to reword the code and making sure, and of course, also goal setting for this coming year. It's going to be exciting to see what she does. Based on last elections, it was clearly extremely successful, so we can only wait to see what she has for this year. As well as assistant chair of elections, she's excited to start this next school year, and last year's elections was her first, and so she's ready to start with her new another year and with more experience and more exciting plans to come with goals that will be working along with chair of elections. Our chief of justice, she's looking forward to this upcoming year, especially since this is her first year in AS. She's excited to see the Senate amending the condemning anti-Semitism bill. As a Jewish student, she is proud to be a part of a school and community that does not tolerate hate for any minority group. Lastly, if anyone knows students who would be interested in working as a justee this year, please feel free to reach out to her. She's the chief justice here. I already shared some updates on Chair Legislative Affairs Cholera, but she'd just like to also mention that all the marketing is done for the voter registration materials for the House Block Party. She's really excited for how it turned out. Also, there will be a tabling opportunity for leadership. So if you guys like to look at that, she'll be sharing that as soon as possible. So please feel free to sign up for this tabling opportunity. She booked a table for leadership specifically. So anyone who's available, I think it's important to get our name out there and making sure that students know who AS is. We don't want to keep encouraging students to not know who we are. We want to let them know exactly who we are, and that we're here to support them. And as of that, that's all I have. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chief of Staff Ryan. Does anyone have any questions on her report? Alrighty, CNN, we will go ahead and turn over to our Chair of Finance, Tran, for her report.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Paige. Good morning, everybody. I'll go ahead and start my report by sharing our account balances. For STAR, we have $194,600, unassigned contingency with $632,361, clubs and organizations assigned $12,600, within the philanthropy fund $15,000, and clubs and organizations travel with $9,000. Okay. This past week, I was able to send out the 140 annual budget email memos to inform student clubs and organization leadership of their approved budget for the 2023-2024 academic year. The budget memos also included a frequently asked questions attachment and a copy of the Code on Finance as a resource to club leadership. And though this last step of the budget process was completed, it was not without roadblocks. So moving forward, I'll continue to work with Lionel and my assistant chair, Leslie Ponce, to figure out a more systemized way to record budget deliberations and allocation amounts. Additionally, the AS Finance website will be updated shortly with the reader-friendly annual budget and the Code on Finance. And lastly, I've begun working with my assistant chair on drafting the finance committee calendar, and we've begun training. And that concludes my report for today, and I'll happily answer any questions at this time. Thank you.
Any questions for our Chair of Finance? Great, thank you, Yvette. Really appreciate it. Golden is not here today, but he did submit a report to me, so we'll go ahead and read it on behalf of him. Good morning. Over the summer, it has been very exciting getting to know some of you better. I'm especially looking forward to our upcoming AS Development Day, as well as our Dodgers Night. In the time since our last meeting, California Assembly Member Schiavo attended one of our neighborhood council meetings and informed us on resources she was able to pull to our district. A very encouraging thing to hear was that she secured $6 million in the state budget for the CSUN Basic Needs Center. I believe this funding will go a long way in supporting the welfare of the student body. Another important piece of information for you all. Currently, the effort to unionize student workers in the CSU system is being mediated to decide whether or not a union election will be held. Should this be successful, the scope of the union would be massive and would have equally significant impacts on the landscape of student labor. As always, please do not hesitate to email me if you need any support. I'm looking forward to seeing you all later this month. Wonderful. We do not have any standing committee reports right now, but we'll go ahead and turn it over to our AS Executive Director, Patrick Bailey.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Couple things. If you have a person in your family or a friend that would like to see you on Monday mornings for the fall semester, Calvin and those folks have actually been testing all summer long. So starting in the fall, it'll be live. So we can share with you the link. So if someone wants to, watch you second something or give a report, you can definitely do that. You could also share that with folks in your college. So if there are folks that can't come to the meetings, they could have the opportunity to watch. So thank you, Calvin and Pat up there. Thank you very much for that. And it's great to watch it. They have good framing. They've done a really good job. So, and we'll record those. And then starting in the fall, we'll have a place on the website where you can go back and look at all the meetings to make sure. I wanted to give some construction updates for you again. The Sustainability Center is close to being done. We're close. It's done. We can't flush it though, can we? Yeah, we find out today. So no flush party yet, but so far, it's looking good in there. Marketing is almost done. The marketing floor, it looks amazing. If you haven't seen that space, it used to be a travel agency. And when we took it, it was a travel agency, and they took it as a travel agency, and they did nothing to it until right now. So it is amazing in comparison to what the travel agency used to look like. We are still waiting for the flooring for our area. So the leadership area and the admin area, we were already supposed to be boxed up. And now there is a flooring shortage. So we are in hold right now. There's not really a good time for us to do our offices except in the summer. So we're trying to see if we can do our best to squeeze it in. Other than that, it's will be a difficult time for us to try to find another time to redo the flooring and the paint in there. But we're going to do whatever we can in those areas. Student staff development day, Paige mentioned that it's on the 24th. So I hope that you are excited for that. It should be a great day. The marketing department has worked with the USU and other folks on campus to develop to gather all the welcome programs. So if you know any welcome program or event that's happening in the first part of the semester, let us know. We'll develop a calendar that has all of them listed, meet the clubs, meet the Greeks, the welcome days that we're having, all of those. And we're going to make banners and put them on the fence up by athletics where Redwood Hall is. So we've asked and gotten permission, don't tell anyone, because we want to do it first, to put banners on those fences there, marketing, farmers market, and all the programs that we do. So that'll be up soon. AS Awards, we finished those, and those should be, the winners should be getting their notifications soon. So those are the Diane Harrison Awards. So there's 2 international students that we give book vouchers to. So those have been awarded. We have 2 vouchers that we give to parent scholars. Those have been awarded, and we have 24 awards that go to the Supplies You Deserve. All of those folks get bookstore vouchers where they can actually buy whatever they want from the bookstore. And those are from endowments that you've developed over the years. And so those only continue to grow. So yay, congratulations. We'll invite all of those people that get an AS scholarship to one of our farmers markets. Because there's a lot of them. You give over $160,000 to scholarships each year. And so all of those folks that will get an AS scholarship in their scholarship letter, it'll invite them to a reception. So they'll come in at the farmers market and we'll get to celebrate them. And the last thing I have to share with you is a little personal about me. I have been in higher education since 1984, since most of you were not born, or all of you were not born. I started in student activities. I worked 5 years at West Virginia State, which is an historically Black institution, 11 years at Cal State LA, 12 years at USC. I know I'm old, and now 10 years here at CSUN. I am going to retire in the end of February, March 1st. So I've already told Paige and Josie and Dr. Watkins and the staff know. So starting in the fall, I'll be here for 2 meetings and then I'll be away for 2 meetings, meaning I'll be watching Calvin and sending in my reports. If you need anything, you can always reach out and contact me still. I'll still be just as available as always, but I'll be transitioning to the retirement world. So yay. I tried to count last night and I think I have done, what was it? 1,200 Senate meetings. And I've done 39 student elections. 39 because one, we had to do it over. They threw it out. So I won't have to do another. So yay. But anyway, thank you very much. It's my joy and pleasure to work here with you. And I'm glad that I told Paige and Josie that I get to end my career with them. So yay. And that's it for me.
It is an honor to be your last administration, but you're definitely going to enjoy retired life. You definitely deserve it. Thank you so much for all that you do. I'm not going to say speech now because I'll probably start crying, but thank you. We'll now turn over to our University Advisor, Asia Butler.
Good morning, everyone. I think this is my first time meeting most of you. I wasn't able to attend the first meeting, so I'm Asia Butler, Director of Student Life and Leadership over in the Matador Involvement Center. So I'm just going to provide a couple updates. We do have our Matador's Day of Service event that's going to be happening on September 30th. This is a campus-wide event that involves various campus partners and community partners to put on. And so we're looking for students, staff, faculty, alumni to volunteer on this day to complete a variety of beautification projects here on campus and also in the community. So we'll be sending out the marketing for that this week. So we encourage you all to sign up and also help get the word out so we can also get students signed up to participate on September 30th. We have our Meet the Clubs. That's going to be on September 5th and 6th. I believe all the tables have been booked up for that. And then we have Meet the Greeks is on September 5th later on in the evening time and Sierra Lawn as well. We've opened up our club re-registration form. New club registration will start on the first day of classes. And I think that's all. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Any questions on Asia's report? Alrighty, seeing none. Do we have a report for a fact? Okay, wonderful. We do not have any unfinished business, but we will now turn over to our new business. So is there a motion to enter committee of the whole? Yes, go for it.
I motion to enter committee of the whole.
Apologies. Thank you. Is there a second? Senator Chavez, thank you. Alrighty. Is there any discussion? See, yes.
I'd like to move to amend the resolution to add the following recipients to the distribution list: President Beck's cabinet, Faculty Senate, and Dr. Jeffrey Tador Reeder, Dean for the College of Humanities.
All right. We are going to actually approve the approve the committee of the whole first, and then you can make your amendment. Awesome. Any further discussion? Alrighty, seeing none. All in favor of approving to enter the committee of the whole, please raise your hand. All right, the motion passes. Okay, now we move on to approving our first resolution that is condemning anti-Semitism as amended. Is there a motion? Senator Kaddish.
I move to approve SB 2020-21-6 condemning anti-Semitism as amended.
Thank you. Is there a second? Senator. I want to make sure I say it right. Toledo Carranza. Okay, beautiful. Any discussion? Senator Kaddish.
I move to amend the resolution to add the following recipients to the distribution list: President Beck's Cabinet, Faculty Senate, and Dr. Jeffrey Tador Reader, Dean for the College of Humanities.
Wonderful. That is an amendment on the table. Is there a second? Senator Sideros. Perfect. Any discussion on that amendment? Yes, Senator Toledo Carranza.
I would like to question about your amendment and like what is it about and what is the purpose?
So basically, at the end of every resolution, there's a list of who receives the resolution directly. So I'm basically just asking for a few select people to additionally be added to that list.
So you're saying about like few selected people added to your list, if that's what you're asking for? Adding to the list, right? Okay.
Yeah, so essentially when we have resolutions, there are copies that are distributed to certain people. And so there's a list at the end of the resolution, and those are the certain people that will get a copy of that resolution. We're just adding a couple of individuals. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of approving the amendment, please raise your hand. Any opposed? Any abstained? Alrighty, the motion passes. Alrighty, we will now move on to approve the SB 2020-21-06 as amended. Is there a second? Senator Tibby, thank you. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of approving the Senate bill as amended, please raise your hand. Any opposed? Any abstained? Right, the motion passes. Awesome, thank you. We will now move on to item 2, which is a Senate bill, which is the opposition of the CSU multi-year tuition proposal. This is also attached in the Senate agenda. Hopefully you all looked over it before. Is there a motion? Senator Tibby.
I move to approve SB 2023-24-1 opposition of the CSU multi-year tuition proposal.
Thank you. Is there a second? Senator Khan, thank you. Any discussion? Senator Kaddish.
I move to amend the resolution to add the following recipients to the distribution list: President Beck's Cabinet and the Faculty Senate.
Thank you. Is there a second? Senator Toledo Carranza. Any discussion? All right, seeing none, all in favor of amending the Senate bill, please raise your hand. Any opposed? Any abstained? Right, the motion passes. We will now move on to approve the Senate Bill 2023-2401 as amended. Is there a second? Senator Tibby, thank you. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of approving the motion as amended, please raise your hand. Any opposed? Any abstained? Awesome, the motion passes. Wonderful. 2 resolutions passed in the Senate meeting. Amazing. Is there a motion to exit committee of the whole? Senator Dunn. Thank you. Is there a second? Senator Sideros, thank you. Any discussion? All right, all in favor of exiting committee of the whole, please raise your hand. Any opposed? Any abstained? The motion passes. Awesome. We will now approve the recommendations of the committee of the whole. All in favor of approving all in favor of approving the recommendations of the committee of the whole, please raise your hand. Any opposed? Any abstained? Great, the motion passes. Awesome. Thank you all. We don't have any information items today or discussion items. We did receive a legislative referral actually, but we are going to wait to assign that to a committee until we have our standing committees formed. Are there any announcements? All right, seeing none, we will now turn over to our government secretary for the final roll call. Okay. Vice President Josie Anderson. Senator Ethel Akinwar. Senator Esteban Asensio. Senator Maria Barajas. Senator Janesh Bavnargi. Agree. Senator Sheely Chavez. Senator Lena Doe. Senator Nathan Dunn. Senator Denise Garcia. Senator Matthew Kaddish. Senator Owais Khan. Senator Melita Mezibin. Senator Kiri Saravia. Senator Jonathan Scher. Senator Lydia Siderus. Senator Nick Tivy. Senator Lorena Toledo Carranza. Thank you. Awesome, wonderful. That concludes our meeting. So I will now adjourn the Senate meeting at 9:54 a.m. Thank you all.